This digital product idea makes bank on Etsy, and it only takes a few clicks to create. I'm going to show you the exact process to make it yourself. Let's go. Hi, I'm Jess. I've built multiple 6 and 7 figure Etsy stores in various niches, getting sales like these, and learning the ins and outs of Etsy, Amazon, and more. A wild and crazy event led me to start a totally new life traveling abroad, giving me the unique opportunity to step back, work a lot less, and start sharing all of my Etsy insights with you. So hit that subscribe button, grab a pen and paper, and let's jump in.
Hello, thank you for watching this video. Today's store is a genius digital product that capitalizes on all the power of personalized gifts with the ease and simplicity of passive income digital downloads. Because believe it or not, this seller can actually automate their custom artwork using very simple tools, creating these beautiful masterpieces in just a few clicks. So, I do want to point out that I recently reviewed this store. I stumbled upon this store while checking out and researching my list of 25 absolute biggest Etsy bestsellers in the digital downloads niche. So this store really piqued my curiosity, and I had to dig in here and see what in the heck they were doing and get themselves on that top 25 list. So, first, let's talk about their Etsy store sales and how much cash the seller is really bringing in. And then I'm going to show you exactly how you can make art like this with no talent necessary. Okay, so this seller has 14,149 sales. The store is called the Pluton Art. It is run by a seller named Jeremy. You can see a very common theme in their artistic style here. We're going to talk more about that in just a second. But all of those 14,149 sales are only coming from 17 listings, which is super, super cool. I gave them an average product price of 20 bucks. And that is a very conservative number because these products actually range in pricing, if we take a peek here, from 21 bucks all the way up to 164 bucks, or this says 145.15. Now, they also charge extra based on whether you want one of their pre-existing backgrounds, or you can even have your own custom background, which brings it up to that 165 I mentioned before. So a $20 price point is insanely conservative, okay? But that's what we're sticking with here. So let's take a peek at their feedback, going back to their storefront, going all the way to their very first feedback. We can see that this store got their first feedback on February 24th of 2021. So this store is a little over 2 years old, not quite 2.5 years old yet. Super, super cool considering they have built 14,000 sales on 17 different products in 2 years' time. Keeping that $20 price point in mind, and remember that's super conservative, that puts their approximate annual sales at about $121,000 a year. For curiosity's sake, to even have two figures here is 43 bucks. So if their average sale price is 30 bucks, that bumps their annual sales up to about $182,000 a year. So that is a significantly higher number. And this particular listing is the one that I interviewed, the one that I outlined in my 25 bestsellers. So I talked about specifically how much they were making on this product in that video. I will put the card to that at the top if you want to check that out. But it is obviously really, really impressive that they have built such a massive level of sales on 17 listings, on 17 products. But it is even more impressive to see how easily this art style can be created. Now, there's actually a very streamlined process to create art similar to this. I'm not assuming or I'm not implying that this artist is using this particular way that I'm going to show you to make their art. They could be drawing these by hand, they could be making these manually. However, I've been making digital art, digital products. I started way, way, way back when MySpace was a brand new fun site to play with, making digital graphics. The most common way that I would create this type of art is actually with Adobe Photoshop. There's a simpler way, and we're going to get to that in just a second, but I would use Adobe Photoshop. There's actually an action that you can use, and if you've never used Photoshop actions before, it's very simple. You can get instructions right here on Adobe's page, but you can add the action, and then when you click to run that action, it does all the work for you. If you have Photoshop, Adobe gives you this action totally for free. It is a free Photoshop action for toon artist style work, and you can download the zip file right here on Adobe's page. I will put this link down in the comments if you want to check it out. What that does is it turns your picture into a cartoon art, and there's different styles, different ways you can optimize that. As you can see, this is pretty similar to this one. It's not identical. Obviously, all art is going to have its own little um, features that set it apart, but it is very cool. They even talk about how to install it and how to use the action, which is super, super cool. And it is free if you have Photoshop. So it doesn't get much better than that, except it actually does. So, like I said, I will put this free action in the video description down below if you want to check that out. But the second option is even easier. Before I jump over to that one, I really wanted to take a second and say thank you so much. We just hit 3,000 subscribers as of the time that I'm editing this video, so I'm super excited about that. So thank you to everyone who's watched my videos and subscribed. You guys are so amazing. And thank you to everybody who has supported my channel, who's given donations, bought me coffee, super stickers, and all of those wonderful things that really do help us grow. Some of the supporters that I really wanted to thank specifically were Lindsay Ingram, Christian Earl Contreras, Tracy Soley, Linda Taylor, again, thank you, Deanne, and Ralph Boyd. You guys really do help make this channel grow, and I have a special celebration promo for celebrating the milestone of 3,000 subscribers where you can get both of my workbooks for one super low promotional price. That's limited quantity, so grab it while it is available. And of course, the links to all my good stuff is down in the description below. I have a great selection of freebies, including a cheat sheet of the best mock-up sites so you can put your digital designs on physical products for your Etsy images quickly and easily. If you notice here, this is a framed picture along a wall. You can do this with a mock-up. And if we go through their other images, you can see he's essentially using the same mock-up for all of his images. Super easy, super clean. I love that. So grab that freebie. It has all my favorite mock-up sites. You can get really nice, clean, crisp images like this to put your digital products on. That will really help buyers visualize that finished product and boost your sales a lot. Now, there are a lot of AI art generators and photo editors on the market, but for this particular art style, the one that I like is actually called Color Cinch. Now, Color Cinch was formerly called Cartoonize. They did recently get bought out, but they have lots of photo editing tools. It is super easy to use, and you can do all different kinds of effects with this tool. I really, really like it. I'm not an affiliate. I don't even know if they have an affiliate. I should actually look into that. But I do really like this. They really make it simple to edit your photos and to really create some cool and unique features. This is about $8 a month or so you can pay. annually and get $5 a month price, I don't ever suggest that if you've never used something before that you get that annual plan. I typically suggest getting the monthly plan, and then if you like it, you can always upgrade to the annual plan. That's just my personal opinion. You can actually click and make an image very, very quickly here. I'm just picking a picture here that has multiple faces in it so you can kind of see how it works. You click on effects over here and they have cartoonizer. I'm just going to click on the first one, but they do have all of these different ways of applying the cartoon art, depending on what your style is that you like. I'm going to actually just click this one. You just click it one time and it will kind of edit your photo for you. So you just wait a little bit and you can see the finished product. Now, if you, for example, think this is too bright, it is pretty dang bright, you can make some adjustments here. Take the coloring down, take the coloring up, whatever you want to do. There's a few different settings. You can add detail, you can remove detail, and all that good stuff. So very cool. To download it, this is where they're going to kick you over to confirm your subscription. But you can get a general idea of how easy that was to do. If you don't like that art style and you want to try a different one, you literally just click the button and it will re-edit the video for you with the different art style. And there are, like I mentioned before, a lot of other types of websites and softwares and even apps you could put on your mobile phone that will create images like this or add these types of filters like this for you. So it really can be pretty easy. And of course, like I said before, this one is not free, so it does cost a little bit of money. So let's talk about if, for example, you wanted to pay for a service like this, what your profits might look like in a digital products niche like this one. So I'm going to open my Etsy Seller Success Workbook really briefly here. I do have my quick and easy profit calculator and all kinds of information for you to track your profits and your costs. So using that super conservative base sales price of 20 bucks, that would give them selling fees of about $2.35. If it's not being sold as an offsite ad, then their final profit would be $17.65. Going off of this particular seller here, let's say they have an estimated revenue of $120,000 a year with an 88% profit margin, right? Because this shows 88%. Going by an estimated revenue of about $120,000 a year. Remember, we are being conservative here. So $120,000, 88% of $120,000 of sales is $105,600. So if you have $8 a month for the service, that would be about $96 a year. So minus the $96 for the software, we're still over $105,000 in profit. So that is plenty of cash flow for adding ads or marketing or um, doing those things if you want to boost up your visibility even further. So this is a niche that has a lot of profit, even if you're using a design software like this, or if you're in another digital niche and you're using Canva for 30 bucks a month for their pro features, or even Photoshop. Let's say you have Photoshop and you're paying $60 a month for it. So $60 times 12 months a year, you're paying $720 for Photoshop. You're not even going to spend $1,000 on that, which is a fairly expensive design program. So digital products really are such a profitable niche. And I absolutely love that. And I really wanted to break that down for you guys because there is so much money to be made in digital products and they can be fairly passive and fairly streamlined. But digital products are not the only passive income niche on Etsy that are worth looking at. You should check out this fun digital versus print on demand breakdown video that I made to see which niches are better at generating passive income for both digital and print on demand products. It is pretty eye opening, and you can watch that one here.